Researchers ran a study where participants made just one change to their diet, no calorie cutting, no extra workouts, and in just 2 weeks, the fat in their liver dropped by 55%. Believe it or not, that kind of turnaround is possible, but only when you remove the number one hidden source of liver fat. And the secret to doing so is replacing just one missing ingredient: fiber. It's the part of food your body can't digest. That's exactly why it's so important for your liver, for your fat loss, even for your health. Let me explain. Since your body can't digest it, fiber slows things down, which then gives your system time to absorb nutrients more gradually. It's optimizing absorption of the things that you need. And then it also keeps blood sugar very steady, which is taking pressure off of the liver because you can only absorb the blood sugar so fast. In the absence of fiber, it just sucks up into the system. So you can think of fiber like your liver's pressure relief valve. And as a result, it helps your body burn fat instead of store it. Here's the problem. A lot of the carbs that people eat today don't have any fiber in them. Why? Because food companies realized that they could make products last longer, feel fluffier, and cost less by stripping out the very thing that protects your body, fiber. And without fiber, the carbs in the foods just hit your system so fast. Most are made of starch, which your body immediately turns into glucose, aka sugar, within 4 seconds of being into the mouth. And then without fiber to slow it down, that sugar floods your system and then it heads straight to your liver. That's where it has to, the second part of it, be broken down. Once it's there, it's immediately beginning the transformation to be stored as fat. And that's why even people who are avoiding sugar and people who are eating healthy foods still end up with fatty livers and with stubborn belly fat, because the foods that they think are safe act like sugar in their bodies. I'm talking about whole foods like whole wheat toast or flavored Greek yogurt or protein bars or granola or rice cakes or healthy breakfast cereals. They don't always taste sweet, but without fiber and without proper forms of these foods, your body treats them just like sugar. So that's what we mean when we say refined carbohydrates. It's stripping the fiber out. They're whole grains that have been processed down to nothing but sugar or starch. And most people have no idea how much damage that they're actually doing to their body. Researchers now say refined carbs are one of the most direct dietary triggers of fatty liver, even more so than straight up sugar. Here's the good news. You can reverse their effects on your liver fast. According to a study, this is the one I wanted to show you. When people cut carbs without changing calories or adding exercises, if we just leave that part alone, can still be valuable, but let's set that aside. In this study, these people lost over half the fat in their liver in just 2 weeks, a 55% reduction just by cutting refined carbs. So if you're eating refined carbs and are worried about your liver, which you should be, because a lot of times you can't feel that it's struggling, rest assured you can turn it around and you can do it really quickly. However, here's where most people make a big mistake. They go too far and they cut all the carbs entirely. And so going low carb can help you lose weight, okay? And it can help speed up that process. But then it also means cutting out fiber. And fiber is one of your body's most powerful tools for long-term health. People who eat more fiber tend to live longer, have fewer heart problems, experience fewer strokes, maintain better blood sugar, and have lower cancer risks. And fiber goes even further. It supports your gut health. It calms the inflammatory response in the body. And as we just discussed, it helps your liver burn fat. In fact, one study showed that just 10 grams of soluble fiber a day helped people with fatty liver start shedding fat from their liver. 10 grams, not just prevent it, shed it, reverse it. So that's why I always tell people, don't cut all the carbs, pick the right ones. You don't have to cut all of them, pick the right ones. Keep the ones that come with the fiber, because it's where you start to see the results. It's more filling, it's more sustainable, you absorb more nutrients, and you don't feel as much as like you're just completely starving and depriving yourself. Now, when most people think about dieting, they still think in terms of fat, protein, and carbs, right? These are the three food groups: fat, protein, carbs. That's what we've been taught. But carbs is a catch-all term. It doesn't tell you anything about how your body will respond to a food or how it'll affect your liver, whereas fiber does. So that's why I teach people to shift their focus, not fat, protein, and carbs, fat, protein, and fiber. Here's why. Fiber is what sets the pace. Like we just discussed, it slows down digestion so that sugars can enter your bloodstream more gradually. That gives insulin time to keep up. You don't build up insulin resistance. It gives your liver a break from having to clean up the overflow. Protein works alongside that. It also takes time to digest, which helps you feel full a lot longer. And that means reduced cravings between meals that a lot of us deal with, which makes it easier to avoid overeating later on down the road or later in the day. And then there's fat. It's the slowest of all to digest. It helps you stay energized longer after meals, and it helps absorb certain nutrients, including fat-soluble vitamins that also help support hormone function, including the hormones that control hunger and the hormones that control fat storage. But what matters most is how these three work together. The combination doesn't just slow digestion, it rewires how your body handles food. So instead of treating every meal like a sugar emergency, your system shifts into a stable rhythm. Your energy stays even, your cravings stay quiet, and your liver finally gets a chance to clear out the stored fat instead of adding to it. In fact, it's usually the first place your body burns up stored fat. Unfortunately, not your thighs or your belly. It's got to go from your liver first. You're not working against your body anymore with this way of eating. You're working with it. And the way you do that is simple. Every time you eat, just check three things. Is there fiber? Is there protein? Is there fat? If the answer is yes, you're on track. So now that you know the goal, what are some examples of foods that you should be eating to make this super easy? You don't need a complicated meal plan. You just need real foods that help your liver burn fat instead of storing it. Here's what I recommend. Start with fats, not just any fat, healthy, clean fats that help support a healthy inflammatory response in the body and fuel your body without spiking insulin. That's the key. Talking about things like avocado, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, raw nuts, raw seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, one of my favorites, flax, almonds, wild-caught salmon, grass-fed butter. These fats give you clean, steady energy, no crashes, better absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K. They support hormones and the balance of them, which supports fat burning, all from just clean fat. Next, clean protein, quality protein. There's a lot of garbage protein out there. Your body needs protein to repair tissue, and it also helps you stay full longer. So great protein choices include grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken goods, chicken products, wild-caught fish, organic pasture-raised eggs, bone broth, collagen, or there's some clean plant-based options like hemp seed or spirulina if you can tolerate those, okay? Spirulina probably be my favorite plant-based form. Now, and this is key, bring in real fiber, not just powders, not fiber bars, which are oftentimes loaded with other hidden ingredients that your body doesn't need. Real food sources. This is what steadies your blood sugar and supports your gut. It's what gives your liver the space to actually do its job. So some great options include leafy greens, kale, spinach, arugula. My favorite cheat is, if you don't love those foods, to try spinach on a salad. It's pretty darn good. Otherwise, a handful into your smoothie and just blend it in. Fiber bomb in the morning. Cruciferous vegetables, so easy to pair, even when they're cold, with a salad for lunch as a leftover the next day, or as a side while you're eating out or making food at home. Order the fries and the broccoli. Make a side of Brussels sprouts. Use cauliflower for mashed cauliflower potatoes, regular cauliflower. These are easy ways to get this extra fiber in. Berries, easy snack, easy breakfast. Raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, delicious. Nuts and seeds, also a really easy snack. We have a nut bowl in our house, and it's just bowl pumpkin seeds and walnuts and pecans and whatever nuts we have kind of in season or around. You can pick from those. Chia seed is an ultimate hack for dessert. You can take chia seed, a cup of them, add in a couple scoops of my collagen plus multi, which has monk fruit in it, and then add a can of coconut milk and just blend it, put it in the fridge, and by the next night or the next morning or 6 hours later, you've got something that is set up into the form of ice cream, and it is fiber ice cream. Basically, it's incredible dessert with a bunch of fiber. Avocados, another great source. Again, sprouted legumes, lentils, beans. If your gut can handle them, where can you add them in? On top of a salad, as a side, hummus can be added to so many different things. How can you work beans into your dish? Extra fiber. Magnesium-based ones like black beans are my favorite. You should be aiming for 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. That's almost double the average of what most Americans get. 25 to 30 grams per day. You're looking at 7 to 10 grams per meal. You can do that. You can do it. Now, when making changes to your diet, just keep in mind, the goal isn't to cut everything out. It's to pick foods that move your body towards healing. So instead of a bowl of cereal, try eggs and avocado and maybe toss in a little sauteed spinach. Instead of a sandwich with chips, opt for the big salad, grilled chicken, add some olive oil, throw in some nuts, throw in an avocado, throw in some hummus on top. Instead of a sugary snack bar, try some chia seed pudding made with the coconut milk and the collagen. Those meals don't spike insulin. They don't overwhelm your liver. They do the opposite. They calm your system. They support your metabolism. They flip that switch from fat storage mode to fat burning mode and make you feel full. And you're doing it all by removing the hidden source of liver fat, those refined carbs that sneak in without fiber and they overload your system. Fiber is what fixes it. It slows the sugar, it unlocks the nutrients, and it gives your liver the space to finally burn fat instead of store it. And the best part, you don't need to follow a complicated system. You just build every meal the same simple way. Do I have healthy fat? Do I have clean protein? Do I have real fiber? If it does, you're living good approved. All right, you've made one of the smartest moves that you can, cutting out refined carbs, the biggest hidden source of liver fat. But if you're serious about actually shrinking the fat that's already inside your liver and getting the weight to finally come off, then this next step is critical. I took a 12-hour masterclass with hundreds of thousands of people that have gone through this now, and I took the highlights of it. Helped a lot of people cleanse and help their liver and their kidneys. I condensed it down to a 20-minute video that walks you through everything you need to know to heal your liver and your other detoxifying organs, to unlock weight loss and then keep the weight off for good. It's simple. It's step by step. It's the same plan that I walk all my followers and used to walk so many of my patients through when we wanted fast, measurable results. I'll include a link to that video here. Click it to watch it next, and I will see you there.